Welcome to the Mesmerizing Marketing Podcast, where we take a deep dive into the latest marketing trends, tools, and tips, and provide you with the top resources you need to thrive and make your marketing mesmerizing. And now, here's your host, Dimple Dang.
Hello, my Mesmerizing Marketing Tribe. Today, I'm super excited, and we are going to have a celebration. That is why I am dressed up in sequins. Do you like my dress? I'm dressed up because we're celebrating the launch of Threads, the Threads app, which has been going viral all over the internet. And if you have not heard about it, I'm going to give you the first-hand scoop because I have tried it out and I'm going to tell you how to use it. I'm going to explain how many downloads it's been getting and really just anything that you need to know about it. So welcome back. So first of all, let's take into the equation that Threads is actually a part of Instagram. So it's important to know that Threads is not a standalone app. It is actually created by the founders of Instagram, and it is definitely a Twitter rival. Yes, it is. I said it. And Elon Musk and Instagram are going to war right now. And later we're going to be talking about some lawsuits that have also been filed. But let's get down to what Threads is. So Threads is basically an app. And when you think about it, think about Twitter meets Instagram. So, I've never really been a big Twitter fan overall. I use it, but I've never been that much of a fan. But I have to say that I'm loving Threads so far. And it's basically a combination of Twitter and Instagram. And I'm pretty sure it's going to evolve over time. But here's some stats that I want to share with you guys, okay? So, looking at my notes here. Okay, so Twitter has 500 million users and Instagram has 2.35 billion. So you guys can see that when it comes to users, Instagram still has a lot more audience, okay? So let me explain how this app even came about. All right, so if you guys have been wondering how long they've actually been planning this, it's been about 7 months, and it was a secret project called Project 92. So they have been working on this for a while, and I can't tell you how excited I am that there's finally a new social media app and platform that I actually am willing to spend my time on. Because I'm a busy gal, don't have time to waste, and there's so many platforms that come up, and my friends are like, let's go on there and try it out. Let's go on there. And you know what? I'm kind of like, you go check it out. I'm not going to go. But when this actually launched, I think people started talking about it at night. So I just started my account, which was like Friday, let's say Friday evening, like around, 4 or 5 p.m. And I've used it, and I'll tell you my experience about it a little bit later in this episode. But what I want to talk about is that they actually did give early access to celebrities, brands, and influencers. They were given early access, so obviously they were able to try it out. And right now, it's literally a gold mine. So if you have not set up an account yet, I want you to set it up immediately because right now you're going to be able to get a lot of follows and views and things like that. And then of course it's going to, change as it evolves. So currently, I don't think a lot of people are using hashtags. However, I think it might be a good strategy to test some of your posts where you put some hashtags and some where you don't. And this is why. Because think about it. If they incorporate hashtags down the road, which they probably will, then maybe the posts that you've posted in the past will also be discoverable, and you might be able to get more followers and more traffic back to your original content that you created. All right, let's talk about some numbers, and you'll see how powerful this app has been over the past 24, 48 hours. So it reached 30 million users in 16 hours or so, and then it reached 60 million in over 36 hours, and currently it's at over 70 million. As I'm recording this episode, it's Friday, July 7th, and I can pretty much guarantee by tonight probably, or maybe early tomorrow morning, it's going to be well over 100 million users. And that for itself should tell you, pay attention. The other thing is it's been obviously the number one app in the App Store. So that's where you can download it. So you'd go to the App Store, or if you have an Android, you'd go to your Apple Play Store and you will download it there. One of the other important things to note though is that unfortunately for you European, users, you are not going to be able to use it unless you had a way to get a workaround or something, you're not going to be able to get access to it because of GDPR laws, and that may change down the road, but it is currently set up to be that way. Okay, so before we dive into how to use it and the features and functionality, I also want to say this and pay attention because this is really important, okay? One of the negatives right now is that if you wanted to delete your Threads account, it's actually going to require you to, I guess, delete, or maybe what they say, deactivate. So one of the things I do want to caution you about that you should know about is if you do decide that you want to delete the Threads app, be very careful, because when you delete that, it also is going to require you to delete or slash deactivate your Instagram profile. Now, down the road, again, they may change this. I mean, this is so new right now, you guys. So we're just literally bringing it to you firsthand on Mesmerizing Marketing Podcast to let you guys know my experience, how you can use it, and all of that. If you appreciate this episode and this information, make sure that you share this out to your audience, because you don't want your friends to get left behind not knowing about the coolest, because you want them to not miss out on the coolest social media app platform out there. And by the way, if you get your friends on there, you're going to get more support from them because they're going to like your content. Usually the people that like your content are going to be people who know you already. And that's where this comes in. So I'm going to start explaining to you guys how the app works. I'm going to take out my phone. Okay, so you can see this is the Threads feed. But how it works is when you download the app, the Threads app from the Apple or Google Play Store, you download it, right? Then what it's going to do, it's going to ask you to go connect with your Instagram, and it's going to take the information from your Instagram, like your username and your handle name, and it's going to have the basic information filled out for your profile, and you can put in, a little bio and things like that, but it's literally connected to your IG. So the other thing that's going to show you is when you do set up a profile and you go to your Instagram, it actually gives you, if you guys can see, there's like a number. It gives you a number. So that tells you what number you were in actually getting access to the app. It tells you what number you were in getting access to the app. So the people who got in earlier, it's going to show that number. So mine, let's say it says 345-86856. So that's the number that's associated, right? So when you are actually here, it's got like a black icon and like a squiggly Threads thing. And so when I click on the app, what you're going to see is if you go to the home button, so you go to home, I'm actually going to see the feed and the thread of what other people are posting, and the people that you're following is what you're going to see. Now, before I go further, this is really important. So about the following, how does it work? The cool thing about it is when you are setting up your profile in Instagram, it's going to ask you if you want to follow everyone that you follow on Instagram. And even if they're not on the Threads app yet, what happens is when they do set up a profile, you'll already be following them, and then it's going to notify them and they're more likely to follow you. However, caution, I don't suggest that you follow every single person. To curate an experience on this platform that's going to be good, follow the people that you really enjoy their content and that you can learn from them, people that inspire you, people that uplift you, and people that also support your content. Because there's nothing worse than having like all these followers or fake followers that don't engage with your content, because that does you zero good. Trust me. All right. So what's cool is you can post, there's not a limitation of characters like Twitter has. I mean, there might be some limitation, but I have not hit into any issues with that so far. So if I'm scrolling, I'm looking, and it's interesting, like people are just posting things like they do on Twitter. They're posting photos, videos, but it's literally like, I would say use it as a, what's on your mind today? What is on your mind right this moment? And also the best way to get engagement on here is to ask people questions. Ask them if they're like my post. Okay, we're going to go to my profile. I'm just pulling down to fresh. You can see that's my profile. I'm going to scroll down, and we've got my friend Giuseppe here, and he posted something that I really found interesting, so I reshared it. And I'm actually going to tell you guys about it. So you can see there's like the feed of the people, of my feed, of my shares, of my posts. If I scroll down, you can see other stuff. I was in a Clubhouse room. You can see I posted this. with a quote. I posted this photo with the quote, like a meme, and, different things, and articles even. Okay, so what's interesting is, this is a question. What is the length of time that it took these different platforms to get to 1 million users? So for Netflix, it was 3.5 years. For Twitter, it was 2 years. For Facebook, it was 10 months. For Spotify, it was 5 months. For Instagram, it was 2.5 months. For ChatGPT, it was 5 days. That's my other love, is ChatGPT, because that platform is absolutely amazing for everything that you need to do in your life, including marketing, including getting advice, whether it's personal, business, you name it. I'll do other episodes on my podcast about ChatGPT, and I might even be starting a community soon for that. I will do other episodes about ChatGPT on my podcast, so make sure you subscribe to the Mesmerizing Marketing Podcast, and you also follow me over on YouTube. My YouTube channel is going to be linked in the show notes, so you can go to mesmerizingmarketingpodcast.com, click on the show notes, or on Apple, and you will see the show notes there, and you can actually subscribe to my channel. So ChatGPT was 5 days, and guess what time it took Threads the amount of time to reach 1 million users? You guys, 1 hour. 1 hour, 1 million users on the Threads app. That is absolutely amazing. And that is something that, this is like going to be a game changer, because we're only day 2 into this, right? So I would suggest you download it, you start using it, and you don't have to have some big fancy content strategy for it right now. Right now, people are just posting what they want to post about, because sometimes you can talk about business, but that can get boring. So really, the goal of Threads is people want to have these little short conversations, and they want to get to know you as a person. So that means be authentic, be yourself. Don't try to copy everyone else. Don't try to be like the next Gary Vee and Marie Forleo and all that, right? Obviously, you can take ideas away, and inspiration from people, but please put your own human element and your own human component into it, because that is how your social media is going to be successful. So Mark Zuckerberg coined the Threads app as a friendly app for conversations. And note, the key word here is friendly, because as we know, Twitter is not really the friendliest app. And sometimes, it can be very intimidating for people who are not used to social media. So far from what I've seen, this app is very friendly. And I think part of it is like they were very brilliant when they thought of the concept of how to build it in where you can automatically get the people to follow you who are already following you on Instagram. So instantly you're getting followers. That's one huge advantage. 2, there's people that haven't been on Instagram for a while or maybe connected with your content. And that's not even your fault. Your content is probably really good. It's that, in reality, Instagram and Facebook and all these platforms literally show your content to maybe 1%, 2%, or 3% of your overall audience and followers. So now a lot of people are seeing and hearing about Threads, are getting notified, and guess what? They are like, oh, there's Dimple. I haven't seen her in a while. What has she been up to? Oh, okay, wow, she's doing all these things. I'm going to follow her, right? And I can do the same for other people where it's like, I haven't seen them in a while. And for those of my friends that are all on Clubhouse, if you know me and you guys, it started, back in, like, let's say, late November, December is when everyone kind of came on in 2020. And then there's been this revolution in the app where people were on, they were off, they stayed, they went. Well, what's interesting is today I've been on Clubhouse. In fact, I'm probably in a room right now about Threads. But what's happening is a lot of people that we haven't seen on Clubhouse in a while are also coming back because they want to be in these Threads rooms on Clubhouse because the rooms are blowing up, and they want to know how they can use this to really build an audience and to build a brand, to grow their business, and to have meaningful conversations with other people. So some of the things that you can do as far as ideas is you can even create memes. I think memes do really well, especially if they're funny and they can be shareable. So I'm going to give you guys a really, really star idea right now. So listen up. You can go to ChatGPT, and you guys know what ChatGPT is by now. I'm not going to tell you. If you don't know, Google it. So you can go to ChatGPT and you can say, please help me come up with content for a new app that is between a mesh of Twitter and Instagram. This is what I do. What are some, funny quotes that I can use on there? What are some things that I can create? What should the strategy be? And the great thing is, ChatGPT is going to give you that strategy. So you don't have to sit there and feel lost or feel helpless, because now with AI and with artificial intelligence, everything is so much easier to do. And, I use ChatGPT for everything every single day. So like today I used it because I had a picture that I found that I really liked that I wanted to post on here. And I'll show you guys in a minute. And I said to ChatGPT, please help me come up with content for this picture that I want to post on this app. And the picture is a heart, and there's like a cloud on the left side that's white. There's a cloud on the right that is pink, and it is on the road. So I'm actually going to show you guys what it looks like. Hold on one second. All right, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. So this is a photo. I just thought that this is like a really cool photo. And so the caption says, even in the journey of life, remember to pause and appreciate the beauty around you. Each cloud has a silver lining. Each road leads to an adventure. Embrace the duality. It makes you whole. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. So that's an example of some of the things I'm posting, right? Here's another post of mine that I've posted. And this one is, it says on the photo, no matter how bad you feel, get up, get dressed, and put on some lipstick, and then go conquer the world. So to me, that's like an inspirational and uplifting quote. So if someone's not having a great day, because we're all humans and it happens, maybe it's going to inspire them, instead of sitting at home or sitting on the couch, to get up, get dressed, and go put on some lipstick and go conquer the world. Because I'm telling you, that's what I'm doing today. I got dressed up just for this occasion. I'm not going out, like it's literally daytime right now. I'm not going out wearing this right now, but this is a party. This is a celebration. The Threads app is going to have like 100 million users, like literally by tonight or tomorrow morning. And then in another week, it could go to like 300, 400, 500 million. It's going to explode like crazy, because a lot of people don't really even know about it yet. They don't, right? We always know about the things first, because we, like me, we as in me and some of my friends, we spend a lot of time on Clubhouse learning this stuff. So that's why. So then, you can do other things. You can tag your friends as well, right? And you can also retweet. So for example, here's a post here, like Gary Vee had posted something and he said, be kind to yourself first. You'll be shocked how nice you become to others. So I quoted that, and then I just typed, be kind to yourself first, with a hands up, a heart, and then some emojis. And I said, well said. And I tagged Gary Vee, right? So you can do that. And then this is an original post where I took a photo. Hold on, I'm going to show you this way. This is an original post where I took a photo of myself. You can see that there. And basically it looks like I'm sitting here thinking about something or asking a question. So it says, are you all in on Threads, or are you threading lightly? Let's hear your thoughts, right? And so, some people, they like that post, right? And then there's also other brands and things that you can follow. Like this is one that I'm really excited about, you guys, is the Barbie movie. And that's because I'm actually launching something very special in middle of July that I will be telling you guys about, but it is all inspired by the Barbie movie, and I can't wait to show you guys what it is. All right, so then it says, excuse me, this isn't Barbie land. So then there's that. So things like that, the kind of content that I'm showing you, works really, really well. And I know you guys, if we're on YouTube right now, like this, my podcast episode is going to be on YouTube, you guys will know who Mr. Beast is. And if you don't, you need to go check him out, right? He is like the king of YouTube. So Mr. Beast posted something and he said, to celebrate Threads launching, I'm going to give this Tesla to a random follower in 48 hours. Rethread so people are aware. So you guys, anybody want like a nice, beautiful white Tesla? Mr. Beast is giving that away. So there's all kinds of excitement going on and stuff like that. And the other thing that you should know about is that obviously Elon Musk isn't happy about this. So, and there's some people on Twitter, they're, probably not excited about this because they've spent a lot of time building up their following already on Twitter and they're loyal. But a lot of people who are on Twitter are still even going to be coming over here to Threads because it's the new hottest thing right now. And sometimes, there's a lot of people that they just love to go do chasing new things. And sometimes the reality is that a lot of people just like the new shiny object. It's kind of like dating sometimes. They're like, oh, well, who's that one? Who's that one? Who's that one? Well, here's a new one. It's called Threads app. And people are chasing after it like clout chasing for real. And then I say that jokingly, so don't get mad at me, but it's true, you guys. Some people do their clout chasing. I'm just telling it like it is. In fact, that's the other thing about being on Threads is like, just be yourself, be authentic, show a little bit of your personality. So if you're a little bit sassy like I'm being right now, that's going to work well there, because people who see that sassiness and they like that, they're going to say, you know what? I'm going to follow that person. I'm going to follow Dimple. So think about that, because, it's like, why are you going to have social media that's boring? Why not share what's on your mind? Why not start a conversation? Why not put a question out that people can also participate in and answer? And that's how you're going to grow. So anyway, in all of this cabal of this launching, and of course, the Twitter and Instagram and all these social media platforms, they've been at war pretty much for like ever. But now things are heating up because Elon Musk is not happy about this. When I say not happy, not happy. So he has gone to his lawyers and he has said, this is unlawful misappropriation of trade secrets. So I would say, I don't know what's going to happen. I can't predict the future, but all I'll say is enjoy and use the Threads app while you can, and really just start using it. So let me give you guys a few more things on the tutorial that you need to know. So you go to Threads, and so basically there's a home button. That's where you're going to see all of the feed of people that you follow. That's the home. Then there's a magnifying glass. So the magnifying glass is going to let you search for people that you already follow, or you're searching for someone specific that you want to follow. Well, what's cool is it's also going to make recommendations based on your history on Instagram. So it is showing me Amazon influencers, and guess what? I want to follow them because I am also an Amazon Live influencer, and I would love to follow them also on this app. Then it's showing me Tim Ferriss. Yeah, I want to follow Tim Ferriss as well. So you know what? That's cool that it's showing me some of these people to follow, because I think that is really, really amazing. And Hawaii lawyer. So that's like one of my friends from Clubhouse. He's a lawyer. All right. So you guys, the other features are this tablet with a little pen thing in the middle. That's what you actually click on to start a thread. So if you see here, I can start typing, and there's a paperclip icon. So the paperclip icon you click, and then you can attach like photos and things like that. Okay, I'm going to hit cancel right now. Then there's a heart button next. And the heart button, it shows you all your notifications and your activities. So it shows you who liked what, who followed you. Like, you can just go through the list and it shows you notifications. And then there's a person icon. So when I click the person icon, basically there's two things there. There's basically threads, and then there's also something called replies. And replies is like, basically if I was interacting with someone, then replies is what did they reply, right? What did they reply? So you can see some of the stuff here coming up and what I posted. But let me tell you, you guys, like, this is absolutely amazing. And I just want to say, get your thread on. Get your thread on. Guys, I'm going to tell you, go get your thread on. You got to get your thread on right now. And you will always be threading all weekend long, because this is going to be so much fun. And just meeting new people, new community, and sharing content, getting inspired, because it is like we're literally on fire right now. It is moving super fast, just like AI does. And I actually didn't even really have time to record this today, but I wanted to make time to bring this to you firsthand, because that's what we do on Mesmerizing Marketing Podcast. I also have a couple of other great episodes coming up with some interviews we did, and I'm sure you guys will be looking forward to those. And one is about like writing a book and promoting your book launch and things like that. And then the other one is about iPhone and how to use your iPhone right here to create amazing content and amazing videos, which are movie quality. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, thank you so much for watching. Share it out to your friends. Make sure you subscribe to me on YouTube and on Apple and Spotify. And then also, if you did enjoy this episode, I'd be so grateful if you could leave me a review on Apple Podcast. Thanks so much. I will see you guys next time. Have an amazing weekend. Have an amazing time. You know, I call it threading. And I'm not talking about eyebrow threading. I'm just talking about threading as in the Thread app. All right. Bye, guys.
Thank you for listening to the Mesmerizing Marketing Podcast. If you found this episode valuable, please subscribe to the show so you don't ever miss an episode. And also share it with your friends. Dimple would be so grateful if you could take a minute to leave a review and visit the podcast website to check out all the latest episodes at www.mesmerizingmarketingpodcast.com. That's www.mesmerizingmarketingpodcast.com. And follow Dimple on Clubhouse. Her handle is @marketingexpert. And also join her Mesmerizing Marketing Club, also on Clubhouse, for live rooms on top marketing strategies for entrepreneurs and business owners who want to mesmerize their marketing.